right? Like you can start to learn to isolate, but there's also something about getting things in parts to work together and understanding how they work together as a unit. And then come to a neutral spine so that you're not dropping down or arching up. And then look slightly forward, shift weight over into your right hand, peel your left hand off the floor and extend your left arm alongside your left ear. Then extend your right foot back, lifting your right knee up, and then lift your right foot up. But take a moment and point your right toes down and see if you can feel how you're aligning your right heel up with your right hip. So notice if you're too high, because your balance will be slightly off, or if you're even. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, reach, exhale, round the upper back and bring the left elbow toward the right knee like a little crunch. Inhale, extend, reaching forward and back. Then exhale, round the upper back, bring the left elbow toward the right knee like a little crunch. Inhale, extend, and exhale, round the upper back, bring the left elbow toward the right knee and stay in your little crunch. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5, inhale, reach and push the right leg back, and then exhale, place the left hand and the right knee on the floor. Now to switch that up, bring your right arm alongside your right ear, reach forward through the shoulder, and then extend your left foot back, lift your left foot up, and see if you can feel how you can bring your heel even with the hip. You'll be out of balance if you'll be wobbling if it's not. If your heel's too high, you're going to wobble. Okay? Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, round the upper back, bring the right elbow toward the left knee like a little crunch. Inhale, extend and expand. Exhale, round the upper back, bring the elbow toward the knee. Inhale, expand. And then exhale, round the upper back, bring the right elbow toward the left knee and stay. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, reach and expand. And then exhale, place the right hand and the left knee on the floor. Tuck the toes under. Push the seat back to the heels. Press into the hands. Lift the knees up, coming into a downward facing dog. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale 1. Now, if you don't want assist today and you don't want lotions, raise a leg and down dog split. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Now in plank, push the floor away from you and look slightly forward. And same kind of energetic as when you were extending and expanding. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, go back to a downward facing dog. Soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Press the palms down. Let the back of the head be long and heavy. Inhale, modified Uttanasana. Exhale 1. Inhale. Grab a couple of blocks. Exhale 2. Yeah. Inhale. Blocks are good. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. And you can walk your feet forward a little. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10 to soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearm, squeezing in with the knees. A little yogi squat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. And then just gently place the hands on the floor. Come sit down. Extend the legs out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Dorsal flex the left foot. Inhale, lift the left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Look over the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist over to the left. Inhale, come center. And exhale, extend. On the inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, place the left foot on the outside of the right. Dorsal flex. Lift the right arm up. The left arm up, I'm sorry, and twist, right arm up, and twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1, what's your name? Igor. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, come back to center line. Exhale, counter twist over to the right. Inhale, come center. And exhale, extend both legs out in front of you. Inhale, bend both your knees. Place your heels where your knees were. Feet are hips width distance apart. About 2 fists. Take the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. Fingers pointing toward the windows. Bring the chin into the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back if comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Just lift your hips, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, 2. So use those big muscles in your behind. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good. And gently come down. There you go. So, and this is your first class with us? Okay, nice to meet you, Igor. I know everybody else. Is your first yoga class? No, it's not. Okay, well, he disagrees with you. You guys can debate over brunch. It wasn't. Tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. All right, turn over to page 22. We're going to chant from the Durga Saptashti, and it's a very long poem. So number 34. This is just really, I guess, 4 lines from that poem. Durga is for those of you who don't know who Durga is the form of the goddess that is, she's a bride. So she's dressed in red, she's dressed like a bride in all her finery, but she's a warrior. She's She's not the kind of bride you'd want to mess with. She's like glamorous and beautiful, but she's tough. She's not going to put up with anything. So 3 ohms. So we'll do this as a call and response. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute. Together. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute. One more time. Om Sarva Mangala Mangaliye. Shive Sarvata Sadhike. Sharanye Trayambake Gauri. Narayani Namostute. That last part. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Narayani Namostute. Om. Salutations to Narayani, the 3-eyed mother who is nature itself. You are all auspiciousness. Only through your blessings and grace can your children achieve self-realization. We bow down to you, Mother Nature. So yoga is about connecting with nature, understanding our relationship with nature. And within nature, there's this thing called sacred geometry, that nature balances itself out. Sacred geometry is always about balancing. When, artists in the Renaissance started looking toward, what the Greeks and the Romans had done in terms of sacred geometry and understanding sacred geometry, they were trying to balance out the kind of craziness that had happened here in the Dark Ages, when everything was just kind of helter-skelter and kind of globbed on top of each other, and there wasn't a lot of form. Balancing is about form. So think about that today as you practice balancing in certain asanas. It's really about sacred geometry. It's about finding that balance within the form. Close up your chant books. And let's pass them down to this end of the room. So I'll come down over here to the side and pick them up. All right. Thank you. And everybody setting up nice and tall. Close the eyes. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale everything out through the nose. Do that again. Inhale, feel how expansive you are. Then exhale everything out and feel how expansive you are. Inhale halfway to a comfortable level and start with a round of Kapalabhati, making short exhales on my clap. The inhales are happening, but they're passive. You're giving more than you're used to receiving. You're making the exhale dominant. And you're waking up this thing called Kundalini Shakti at the base of the spine. And you're asking it to start to move upward. You may also feel the body heating up. Start to slow that down. Exhale everything out. If you lost Mula Bandha, engage Mula Bandha at the end of that exhale. Keep that lift. It'll help with the balancing. Connect to your Ujjayi pranayama again. If you lost that, inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale, open the eyes. Come on to a standing position, standing into Tadasana at the top of the mat. And just take a moment. Standing up is the first balance you do, is standing up into Tadasana, mountain seat. So just take a moment and check that out. Starting from your feet. Feet come together. Big toes and heels touch. The inner and outer arches lift. There's actually, so if your feet are apart, just try bringing feet together. I know other places they teach feet apart, but notice that when your feet come together, those big toes and those heels touch. Bring those feet together just for a moment, okay? I know. Oh, it's so weird. The right and the left have come together. There's no more bipartisanship. Oh my God. Right? So let's get that right and left together for a moment. Feel what it feels like to have the right and the left come together instead of being separated, instead of being in contradiction to each other, right? And then lift all 10 of your toes up. As you lift all 10 of your toes up, feel the inner and the outer arches of the foot lift. Maybe you're a little flat-footed on the outside, or maybe you're a little collapsing on the inside. See if you can activate those arches. Then starting with your baby toe, see if you can put in each individual toe down without gripping the earth. Let it lengthen. Now feel the energy move up into the shins and feel the shins and the skin of the shins lifting. And as you let that lift, put a little bit of softness in your knee. Don't lock your knee, because when you lock your knee, you can't move your pelvis. Now, tap your quadriceps. Take your fingers and tap your quadriceps. Feel if your quadriceps are active or they're soft. If they're soft, activate them, pull them up towards your pelvis. Then take one hand on your pubic bone and another hand on your tailbone. Allow the pelvis to come to a neutral position, letting the pubic bone move toward the tailbone. Then take one hand on your abdomen at your navel and one hand at your lower back. Lift your navel up toward the heart center, pulling your navel up. Take your hands onto your lower ribs. Move your lower ribs into your body, knitting the lower two ribs together. Then bring the arms alongside the body. Now lift your shoulders up toward your ears. Notice how that doesn't feel good. Move your shoulders back toward the mirrored wall behind you and squeezing the scapula. Notice how that doesn't feel good. Then allow your arms to reach naturally alongside of the body with the palms facing in. Make a fist with your hands. As you make a fist with your hands, feel the energy of your fingers and hands. Then release your fist, but let that energy in your fingers be alive. Chin parallel to the earth, gazes at the horizon. Your first balancing asana, Tadasana. The right and the left are totally balanced. Now bring the hands together in undulating mudra. The right and the left come together. and set a higher intention for the practice today. Finding balance in life. Exhale, hands by the side. Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Extend the arms up toward the sky. Exhale, fold over the straight legs, Uttanasana. Press the palms into the floor. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Prepare. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, move forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Press the palms down. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms, see the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On your inhale, bring the hands together in undulating mudra, extend the arms up toward the sky. Exhale, fold forward, scoop the navel in and up, press the palms down. Inhale, lift the head and chest, preparing. Exhale, with the palms pressing down, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, move forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog, quadriceps lift. Inhale. Exhale, put a little bend in the knee. Inhale, now lift up the pelvis with a little bend. Exhale, 2. Notice how you can get more length here when there's a little softness. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold, pressing the palms down. Inhale, rising up, extending the arms. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. On the inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend, Asana. Exhale, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Press palms into 4. Inhale, lift head and chest. Palms are pressing. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga. So your hands are important. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And you want to make that connection with the hands because now that's part of the seat and the balance. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, pressing palms down. Inhale, rising up, extending arms. Exhale, hands along the side of the body, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Palms together. Exhale, put the hands on the earth. Then extend the legs, Uttanasana. The palms are flat. Inhale, lifting the head and chest, pulling yourself forward a little bit. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to floor, step back, bend elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1, 1 breath. Exhale, hands down to earth, step back, bend elbows next to ribs, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, lightly jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, raise arms up, pressing palms together, awkward seat. And then exhale, come stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that one again. On the inhale, bend the knees, raise the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, put your hands on the floor, then straighten your legs, Uttanasana. Yeah, try that. Inhale, lift the head and chest. A little different call than you want to do. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward. Left heel turns down. Come up, warrior one. One breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Step back, bend elbows, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right heel turns down. Come up, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Step back, chaturanga. So that stepping forward and back is about balance. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So find the balance. On the inhale, right foot forward. Left heel turns down. Come up, warrior one with balance. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Step back, bending the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right heel turns down. Come up, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Step back, bend the elbows next to the ribs, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and stay in downward dog. Here again, remember, you can have a little bend in your knee. You don't have to straighten your legs in down dog. In fact, if you're kind of rounding your upper back, it may be better if you have a little bend. Inhale. How do you know that? We got to try it and experiment with it. Exhale one. You have to feel it in the size of your body. Exhale two. Inhale. Exhale three. Inhale. Exhale four. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold, press the palms down flat. Now that yin thing, you got to stop that. On your inhale, bend your knees, raise your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana. So I'm going to give you a little style note. So all of this, when you fold forward in Uttanasana, and people want to do this thing of putting the top of the hand on the ground like this, that's a yin practice. They do that in yin yoga. We don't do that in vinyasa. Why? Because you want to heat up this carpal. You want to heat up your hand and get your hand strong for hand balances and handstands and all that stuff. You know, when you're just passively stretching when you do that. Okay. It's a different style. It's not wrong. It's just context is everything. Context matters. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, put your hands flat, extend your legs, Uttanasana. Yeah. Inhale, lift your head and chest, prepare. Exhale, jump back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana two. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, reaching to the windows, pulling the right hip back, left hip back, place the right hand on the right shin, lift the left arm up. Triangle Trikonasana. Now notice if you're collapsing in your triangle. Here again, this is about balancing. So on your inhale, bring your left arm alongside your left ear. Exhale here. On your inhale, bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Notice if you had to lift your torso. If you had to lift your torso to do that, you lost Mula Bandha. You let go of it to get your hand down further on toward the earth. Exhale one. Inhale. Exhale two. Inhale. Exhale three. Inhale. Exhale four. Inhale. Exhale five. Inhale, lift the torso up with the arms alongside the ears. Exhale, lower the arms parallel to the earth. Inhale, reverse the triangle. Take the left hand down the right left thigh. Then exhale, bend the right knee. And as you bend the right knee, keep lengthening through the right side of your body. And as you do that, what you don't want to do, sir, is you don't want to move your feet around. Exhale one. So that foot's going that way, and that foot wants to go that way too. So there's internal rotation of this thigh and external rotation. And there is association with the right foot and the left foot. So if you're going in two different directions, you're splitting those energies apart, that right and left, right? Inhale. Think about it. Exhale one. See, some people get upset with me because I teach. Sorry. Exhale two. That's what I do. Inhale. Can't change a leopard spot. Exhale three. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, extend your right leg, reverse triangle. Then exhale, rebend your right knee. Put your right hand down outside your right foot. And inhale, extend your left arm alongside your left ear. Now here's a little secret to this. To find the balance here, push through the back of your left foot, lifting your inner left thigh up a little bit. And make your right hand kind of light. Don't dump all your weight in your right hand. Then really try to reach with your left arm toward the windows and get your left arm off your head. So there's a little space between your left ear and your left arm. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And on the inhale, place the left hand down. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Yep. On the inhale, step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down, rise up Virabhadrasana 1. Then exhale, open arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, reach to the left, pull your right hip back, place your left hand down, lift your right arm up, triangle. Now, notice if you've tried to do everything to get your hand on the earth instead of lifting the torso up. On your inhale, bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Exhale here. Inhale, bring your left arm alongside your left ear. There's a little less lifting up in this one because you're anticipating it, so you got the core engaged. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the torso up with arms alongside the ears. Then exhale, lower the arms parallel to the earth. Then inhale, reverse the triangle. Take the right hand down the right thigh. Then exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. And as you bend the left knee here again, make sure that right foot has association with the left foot. So they're going in the same direction. All of a sudden, you don't have the back foot turned toward the mirror. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, extend the left leg, reverse triangle. Then exhale, bend the left knee, place the left hand outside the left foot. And inhale, the right arm reaches toward the windows, extended angle. Push through the back side of your right foot. Lift your inner right thigh up. Then rotate your right shoulder and lift your right arm away from your right ear so it's not laying on your head, but there's an extended angle from the back of the right foot. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, gently place your right hand down. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Good for you. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Now, bring your big toes and heels to touch. Feet together. Now, exhale onto the right hand, the outside of your right foot, and lift your left arm up, balancing. As you do that, stack your feet, pull your toes back towards your belly button, lift your hips up a little bit to take the weight out of your right hand, and try to touch the ceiling with your left hand. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, gently come out to a plank. Keep the core. Exhale, onto the left hand, the outside of the left foot. Stack the feet, pull the toes back towards your belly button. Lift your hips up a little bit, taking the weight out of the left hand, and reach for the ceiling with your right. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, gently come out to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels. Lift your knees up, downward facing dog. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look past your hands. Inhale, jump your feet in between your hands. Exhale, fold over your legs. Now, from here, sometimes there is a reason to take the feet a little apart. Now, I'm going to give you an option to take the feet apart about the measurement of 4 fingers. 4 fingers. Now, shift weight into your left foot. Bend your right knee and reach over with your left hand and grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand. No, your foot's on the ground. Just lift your heel up. Yeah, just lift your heel up. Reach over with your left hand. There you go. Now you're getting it. Now take your right hand and hold on to the inside of your right foot. Yeah, your knee is in between your arms. So Karen, over here, bring this hand over here, up in front of you. In front, yeah, like that. Oh, there you go. There you go. Now, some people have their left arm behind you. It's all in front of you. Your knee is in between your elbows. Shift weight into your left foot. Press into your left foot. On your inhale, stand up, bringing your right knee into your chest, balancing as you come up. Yep. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and lift the sternum. On the inhale, extend the right leg straight out in front of you. Exhale, drop the right hip. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now, not too sadistic. Inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward, bend your elbows out to the side, folding forward. Just 3 breaths. I'm not that mean. Inhale. People think I am, but I'm not. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Now, exhale, bend your right knee, holding onto your right foot. And exhale, fold forward, put your right foot back on the ground, just where it came from. All right, good for you. Release your right foot. Here again, your feet can be about 4 fingers apart. Then shift weight into your right foot. Come onto the ball of your left foot. So lift your left heel up. Take your right hand, hold onto the outside of your left foot. Then take your left hand, hold onto the inside of your left foot with your left wrist on top of the right. Put more weight into your right foot. On your inhale, come stand up, bringing your left knee into your chest. Pick up the step. Then exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Lift the sternum. Inhale, extend the left leg out in front of you. And stay here. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold forward over the extended left leg. 3 breaths only. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lift the head and chest as you bend your left knee into your chest, holding onto your left foot. Then exhale, fold forward and put your left foot on the ground. Good for you. Release your left foot. Heel toe your feet together. On your inhale, bend your knees. Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. And exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. Now, I gave everybody a belt. Okay, so now get your belt. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to take the belt and we're going to hold on to it like it's a jump rope. Okay. But I don't want all this slack. I got an extra long one just so that you could see what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do, I want to step forward with my right foot. And then I'm going to step onto the belt with the ball of my left foot. The ball of my left foot. Now, see, I have all this. I'm going to just balance out the length of the belt. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap the belt around my hands until it's taut. I want it to be like a little boom, 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 boom in it. Okay? Now, why do I want that energy of the arms really tight? Because that's going to help me understand what's happening in my back leg and my hips in Warrior 3. With my right foot forward a little bit, I'm going to scoot it forward just a little bit. I'm going to bend my right knee, and I'm going to tilt my torso parallel to the floor. My left heel will start to lift up. I'm going to shift weight into the right foot. I'm going to lift the left foot off the floor, and I'm going to pull with my shoulders as I push with my left foot, balancing parallel to the earth in Warrior 3. Okay? So now you try that. So everybody, take that moment, move your foot forward, bend your knee, lower your torso parallel to the floor, because that's where you want your shoulders. Lift your back foot up. Then you can start to straighten your right leg. Pull with your arms, push with your foot. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up. Bring the left foot to the floor. And then it's switch sides. Step on the belt with your right foot. You're going to move your left foot in front of it. You're going to scoot your left foot forward a little bit. Then you're going to bend your left knee. Hinge at your hip and fold forward, bringing the torso parallel to the floor before you lift your back leg up. Then come onto the heel of your right foot. Start to peel your right foot off the floor. Pull with your arms. Push with your right heel. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Start to bend your left knee. Let's stand up. Put your left foot on the right foot on the floor and take your belt off. Woo! Like much harder than you think, especially. This is why you want to use props, because you don't feel that when you're just doing it by itself. It's great that you do it by yourself, but to take a prop and feel what's actually happening in your arms and your legs at the same time, different experience, okay? You can set that prop to the side. We may come back to it. I don't know. All right. Coming and standing at the top of your mat in Tadasana Mountain Seat. On your inhale, bend your knees. Utkatasana, Aqua Chair Seat. Then exhale, bring your hands together in the center of your chest and twist over to the right. Bring your left arm on the outside of your right thigh. Now sit lower in your seat. Bend your knees a little more. Put your left hand on a block outside your right foot. I like a block for this. Why? Because you want to ground down through your left hand. Move your left hand back toward the mirrors a little bit. Okay? So that when you step your left foot back, your left arm doesn't pop out in front of your right knee. So you got to make that tension happen by moving the hand backwards. Shift weight into your right foot. Step your left foot all the way back toward the mirrors. Exhale, push through your left heel. Inhale, extend your right arm toward the windows and look into your right palm, lifting the chest up. Exhale, 1. Standing spinal twist. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, step your left foot forward next to the right. Exhale, remain in a twist. Bring the hands together in prayer at heart center. Knees are still bent a little bit. Oh, yeah. You're still in that twist. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, come stand up, Tadasana. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, Aqua Chair. Then exhale, bring the hands together in prayer and twist deeply over to the left. Keep those knees together. Inhale. Exhale, sit a little lower in your seat. Inhale, place your right hand down on the outside of your left foot. I like a block for that. Move your right hand back toward the mirrors so that your right arm stays on the outside of your left leg. Shift weight into your left foot. Step your right foot all the way back. Push through your heel. Then inhale, extend your left arm toward the windows and look into the left palm and feeling this spiraling, balancing energy going from your right foot to your left hand. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On the inhale, step the right foot forward next to the left. Exhale, remain in a twist. Bring the hands together in prayer. Inhale, come back to center. Utkatasana, aqua chair seat. Exhale, come, stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. Now, step away from the front of your mat about 2 feet. About 2 feet. And then bring your big toes and heels to touch. Okay, so feet together. Getting that right and left to work together. Bring your hands together in undulating mudra. Now, on the inhale, rise high on the balls of your feet like you're in high heel shoes, like RuPaul Drag Race size. High. Yeah. Now, here's the secret. If you press your inner heels together, you won't wobble. You'll make one ankle and it'll be stronger. If you let your heels come apart, the ankle's going to wobble back and forth. Tiptoe asana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, start to bend your knees and descend your seat towards your lifted heels. Keep your shoulders over your hips as you come down. Balanced. Now, as you bend your knees, you can start to open up your knees to the side. And as your heels touch your seat, place your hands on the floor. Bring your hands back towards your feet a little bit. Lift your hips up and squeeze your upper arm bones with your knees, or get your knees into your armpits. Both are correct. Then start to bend your elbows a little bit. Tilt weight into your hands. Lift your toes up. Bring your toes to touch. Look slightly forward in front of your mat and balance on your hands. Bakasana. Some people say it's a crow. Some people say it's a crane. I say it's a crow when the elbows are bent. You want to crane, straighten the arms. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels, come into a child seat. All right. From child seat, turn the palms to face upward, like you're trying to catch raindrops. That's going to bring the elbows a little closer together, and external rotation of the upper arm. Interlace the fingers together, making one fist with your hand. Now, put your head on the floor behind your wrist crease. Yeah, not in your hands, but behind your wrist crease. And it's the top of your head, not your hairline, where you put your Beyonce wig. Then tuck your toes under and lift your knees up. And then walk your feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. You can stay here in a dolphin. If you want to go further, bring your knees into your chest, your heels towards your seat. Half headstand, you can stay there. Move your knees toward the sky, and finally bringing the feet toward the sky, coming into a headstand. Yeah, this looks good, but that was good. Let's do this again. That was a good college try. Okay, now here's what I want you to do. Lift your hips. Now, before you come up, you're rounding here. Okay, that's why you did what you did. Don't bring your elbows out. That's going to make this shorter, right? But push and lift up a little bit in your head. Listen, before you come up. So take the roundness out of your back. Yeah. Now bring one knee into the chest. Yep. Now take it. Just don't go there halfway. Just find your balance. Now move your knees. Move your hips. Look in the mirror at yourself. Move your hips. Keep your knees together. Keep your knees together, Igor. Now pull your hips in. Yeah. And then lift this leg up. Good. Now dorsiflex for a moment. Don't worry about pointing. An inward rotation. So you're clenching your glutes. Because you're clenching your butt, you're creating an unevenness and a misbalance. So get your knees to kiss. Use your quadriceps. Okay, good. Feel the difference? So you take over, you let the glutes take over, and you're going to go into a back bend, you're going to fall on your back. So here again, that's interesting because it's not the left and the right, but the front and the back. You got to get the front and the back to work together too. You got to get into balance, right? So when you clench your glutes in your headstand, it sends you into a back bend and you fall over on your back. But if you and we always kind of go to what we feel like we're the strongest. So if we feel like our glutes are the strongest thing we have, we'll only use those. But then you got to get your quadriceps and learn how to use your quadriceps to balance that out, so you don't overcompensate for one muscle. So balance happens in a lot of different ways. The only reason why we're practicing yoga asana is to understand this balancing through the body itself. Like I said, the mantra says, through your blessings. The blessing is you got a body. You're not the body. You're not the mind. You have a body. You have a mind. The body and the mind's a tool to understand this thing called self-realization. If you're still up, last 10 breaths, inhale. Exhale 10, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. So you clenched. Exhale, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Good, Sally. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale with control, come down. And we can all meet in the child seat. If you're already in the child seat, you'll just stay there a couple more breaths. You can bring your forehead to the earth, reach back, hold on to your ankles. Make a little space from your shoulders and jaw. Inhale. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. Now, as you lift your head and chest up, lift your hips up, coming onto your shins. Bring your knees together, and then bring your shin bones out on a V shape. Okay? V for Virasana. And then come sit down in between your ankles. Now, if you can't sit down in between your ankles, then use a block. But even better than a block, you could use a blanket, because a blanket's a little soft, and that way, as your quadriceps open up, you'll be able to go down a little bit. And you can fold that blanket up one more time. Like, watch this. Yeah, there you go. Look at there. Now you got the same size as a block, but it's soft and squishy. Now, if you have sat down, if you have a blanket, you could do this. I wouldn't do this with a block, but then see if you can take your hands behind you and come lay down on your back, coming into a Supta Virasana. If you're on a block, you can take your hands behind you and push into your hands and lift your hips off the block and push your pelvis forward, opening up the front of the quad. So both of those are good options. A full Supta Virasana or a little working on those tight quadriceps. So you take your hands behind you and lift your hips up and squeeze. So back bending, you do squeeze your glutes, right? And then come down and then lift up. Good. We won't stay here forever. Then put your hands on the floor just behind your feet, and then press into your hands and see if you can lift your shoulders up without twisting. That's kind of hard. Good. And then just take your hands forward. Come onto your hands and knees. Extend your right leg back, kind of like we did in the warm-up, right? Give your right knee a little break. Drop your right knee down. Extend your left leg back. Give your left knee a little break. Drop your left knee down. Tuck your toes under. Push your seat back to your heels. Lift your knees up. Downward dog. Then coming forward to a plank. And then the slowest chaturanga you've ever done in your life. Coming and laying down on your abdomen. Good. Squeeze the legs together. Reach the arms alongside the body with the palms facing inward. So let me give you a little secret. Whatever your hands do, your shoulders do. So if you keep your hands in a neutral position by the side of the body, bring your forehead to the earth. First, lift your shoulders away. Feel your scapula working and pull your scapula down your back and toward the center of the back. Then on the inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms. As you lift the head, chest, legs, and arms, roll your shoulders back toward the mirrors. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Pull the navel toward the spine. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. External rotation. Exhale, feel that. Now change over there. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax, release your feet. Bring your hands next to your chest, your elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to a plank. And exhale, dropping down to your knees. So you're on your hands and knees, okay? Now, from here, we're going to practice an asana called tiger. We don't do it often, but I like it. So just like we did this thing right here, basically it's that adding on to that. You're going to lift your right foot up into the air, but bend your right knee and act like you're trying to put your footprint on the ceiling. That's the tail of the little tiger. Shift weight into your right hand. Reach back with your left hand and grab the inside of your right foot with your left hand. Now push into your right hand and your left knee and then kick your right foot back into your hand and arch back, balancing in tiger. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then lower the right knee a little bit. Release the right foot. Place the left hand and the right knee down. Now, lift your left knee off the floor. Try to push your foot up into the ceiling with your left foot. Shift weight into your left hand. Reach back with your right hand. Grab the inside of your left foot. Now, once you have the inside, kick your left foot into your right hand and arch, kicking the foot back, feeling the quadricep of the left leg. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then lower the left knee a little bit. Release the left foot. Place the right hand down, the left knee down. Now tuck your toes under and lift your shoulders up. Now your knees should be hips width distance apart. If you have tender knees, there's nothing wrong with putting a little blanket underneath those knees. But check your foot out. Heels are going straight up toward the sky. Bring your hands onto your waist. Bring your chin into your chest. Now don't think about just pushing your hips forward, but think about lifting your belly up toward your chest. Then start to arch back. And as you arch back with control, put your hands on your heels. Then let your head go back last. And then you can even move your pelvis forward a little bit further, coming into rabbit. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, without twisting, lift up using the core of the body. And then bring the tops of the feet on the floor and bring your knees together and come sit on your heels in Bhadrasana. Just take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Then open the eyes. Lift the hips up again. Now this time we're going to do another one of those, but you have an option. You can stay in this one with the heels up, rabbit. We call this rabbit in my where I went to yoga training. Other people may call it something else. I don't know. Ustrasana is when you put the tops of the feet on the floor. And then you're going to put the sole and the hand and the sole of the foot together. Not just grabbing the heels. So you have option A or option B. Bring your chin to your chest. Here again, use the core. Lift up through the navel, start to arch back. As you arch back, reach back, and then put your hands on the soles of your feet or your heels. Then once you find your balance and grounding, let your head go back. Rabbit or camel. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift up, leading with your shoulders using the core. And then bring your knees together, come sit down on your heels. Then a little twist here. Take your left hand over to your right thigh, and you can take your right hand behind you in a half bind, or put your right hand on your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, come forward. And then exhale, twist over to the left side. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And then inhale, come back to center. And exhale, place the hands on the floor. Tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels, lift the knees up, come into a down dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, come down and roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips, feet or hips width distance apart and parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist. Roll the shoulders under. Half bridge, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And then come down the lower back, the middle back, then the hips. Okay, I want to do a little, before we go into upward bow, let's do a little shoulder opener here. Take one block, put that block on the lowest setting underneath your sacrum. Okay? Yep. And Sally, you may be a little too close to the wall, so you may just want to come into the middle of the room a little bit. Now, take your other block and put it on your abdomen. Okay? And then extend your legs out toward the mirrors. Yep. And you can bring your feet together, and then you're going to point your toes like a ballet dancer for this one. Then hold on to the block wide, like the wide side, not the long side, or I'm sorry, the long side, not the narrow side, right? And then lift that block up toward the sky, and then bring the block overhead and bring your ears and arms in line with each other. So your block's not going to lay on the floor. You're going to keep your arms active. Now start finding the energy from the middle of your belly button. Stretch in 2 different directions, trying to put your block at the windows and your toes on the mirror. And see if you can bring your ears in line with your arms. So now your block goes that way. Yeah. Ah, there you go. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Ah, look at the difference. That left and the right. You got a hard time with that left and that right. Exhale, 3. They competitive over there with you. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 4.5. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now just lift the block up. Put the block on your belly, then bend your knees. You can put the block off to the side, then lift your hips up and move the block out from underneath you. So that extension through the shoulders is what you need for upward bow. And that sometimes we don't work enough on that extension. Bend your knees, tickle your heels with your fingertips. Your feet are hips width distance apart. Then you have a choice. You can come back into half bridge. You can even do that thing I just did. Or place your hands next to your head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. Press into the hands. On the inhale, lift the body off the floor, extending the arms. And trying to find a balance. Now here's the balance in your upward bow. The equal weight in the hands and the feet. There's equal weight on the left and the right. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin and the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. So see, we don't think of symmetrical asanas like upward bow as a balance. But here again, what happens is the dominant, stronger side of your body will unconsciously take over. And that's why you try to break habitual habits in asana. Yes, I know somebody else told you to do this or that, but try to break that habit. If it becomes habitual, do the opposite. That's tantric yoga. Do the opposite of what you're doing. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. Now try it this way before you lift your hips, because how many of you let your dominant hips lift up first? Puff up your chest and come onto the crown of your head, lifting your chest up first, keeping your hips down. Notice if you lift those hips, that dominant wants to take over. Now, start to push into your hands and lead with your chest and lift your chest up toward the sky and let your hips go second. Coming up. Ah, that's hard. Exhale, 1. There you go, Iris. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. I know, and like we never think that like in yoga asana, we can actually create habitual habits. We think, because at first we're breaking habitual habits by starting a practice. But then you have to kind of break the habits within the practice. You have to keep going back to the drawing board. You never master this thing called yoga. Believe me, it's because there's always something new. Just like we think you understand nature, you don't understand nature. That's why people who actually just study nature discover new things all the time that they didn't know. Okay, try it this way. Take the block, put the block on your belly. Now act like the block is a little kitten. Don't drop the kitten. Because you know what, they're eating the cats. Take care of the cats. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come up without dropping your block. Exhale, 1, good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Good for you, everybody. Take your block off your abdomen, bend your knees into your chest, give your knees a hug. There's a guy who, I don't know him. This is like an unsolicited ad. He's a rapper out of, I think, Detroit called Marine Rapper. He did the funniest spoof. Make it go viral because it is funny and the cats are dancing and they're hysterical. I'll watch anything with dancing cats. Then bring the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out, look over the right shoulder. And I'm like, why hasn't this thing gone viral yet? Bobby was like, oh, it has 3,000 views. I said, this should be like, this is hysterical. I'm dying. Bring the knees back to center, then twist, counter twist over the opposite side. And bring the knees back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Hold on to the back of the knee joints. Bring your forehead toward your knees. So you're here again, you're doing a little crunch. On your inhale, rock forward. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, rock forward. Find your sit bones and extend your arms and legs, balancing on the sit bones, lifting your chest up, Navasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So lift from your chest. Exhale, 2. So not on your sacrum. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit. Put your heels down. Extend your legs out in front of you. And exhale, fold forward. Paschimottanasana. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend the knees, open up the knees, bring the feet together, pull the heels a little closer to the pubic bone. Open up the soles of the feet like a book, and exhale, fold forward, Baddha Konasana, cobbler seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good. Inhale. Lift the head and chest. And now keep your knees just like they are and come lay down on your back in a Supta Baddha Konasana. Yep. Okay, from here, you can stay in Supta Baddha Konasana, or you can bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani, or you can set up for shoulder stands. If you're coming into shoulder stand, I like a little blanket action underneath the shoulders. That way you don't like put pressure in the thoracic spine. But if you don't like blankets, that's okay with that one. You know, some people have a little bit of a deeper curve there. But if it's messing with your neck, or it's messing with that bone at the top of the spine from the next part of the spine, but right there, that little knotty bone back there, if it's rubbing it wrong or bruising it, then use a blanket. You know, I think there has to be something said about that idea of, you know, the world we live in today, and the idea that the dominant is always dominating. And, you know, what does yoga say about that? Whether it's the dominant side of the body, or it's the dominant muscle, or it's the dominant, you know, way of thinking. Yoga does, it says that the dominant actually has to kind of pull back and give a little bit to the weaker. Every story I can think of within yoga, that's a big messaging that the power has to actually, to do dharma, to do the right thing, has to give and actually not just dominate and control and subjugate over and over and over again. And I think we do learn that lesson in the body as we practice asana, and we do asymmetrical asanas, and then we do symmetrical asanas, and we study what it is that we're doing in those asanas and how we think we know what we're doing, or we've been taught to do something a one way and we can't let go of that. And then we start to let go of it and rethink it and realize that there's other ways to do things. And it's okay that there's other ways to do things. And that nature does that. I remember my teacher, David Life, said one time, he said, there's one thing you cannot get away from, it's nature. And when he said that, it kind of baffled me until he started really pointing things out. He said, you know, you can live in an urban jungle, but as soon as there's a crack in the pavement, the daisy's going to push up from that crack. As soon as you build the urban jungle, the eagles are going to come and make a nest at the top of the Empire State Building. The pigeons are going to figure out a way to survive. The ants are going to figure out a way to survive. The cockroach is going to thrive, even after we're all gone. The rats and the subway system, those little devils are smart. You can't get away from nature because you are part of nature. And even though in the West, we love to think that we can dominate, control, and subjugate nature and change it and bend it to our will, we've never been successful. And every time we've tried to do that, we mess everything up. We destroy the ecosystems. We destroy lives of beings that had lived there for thousands of years sometimes. Not just human beings, but other beings that were part of that natural system. So yoga gets us to balance with that again. Balance within the body first, the alchemy of the body, then we can move outward. Let the toes come overhead. Let the toes touch the floor behind the head. Clasp the hands together in a fist behind you. Halasana, plow seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now bend the knees, bring the knees alongside the ears. Hold on to the back of the knee joint. Karnapidasana, ear pressure seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now place the hands on the floor away from the shoulders. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. So away from the windows for most everybody is what I'm saying. And then come down. And as the hips come down, if you had a little padding underneath the shoulders, move it off to the side, unfold your mat, move the blanket away. Lay down on the back for Matsyasana, fish. Turn the palms to face upward, pressing the elbows, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head, and roll the shoulders away from the sternum. That's the key in Matsyasana. Shoulders and shoulder blades move down the back toward the hip. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Press into the elbows. Bring the chin into the chest and come down. As you come down, let's set up for your Shavasana. So you can take that blanket that you had in fish or in shoulder stand. You can put it underneath the knees. You can lay down, let your feet move away from each other. Now you can let your hands, palms go toward the sky. Now there's kind of this, because you're laying on the ground, right? So that becomes a little bit more natural than having the arms alongside the body. That's a lot of work to get with the lateral muscle. Close the eyes. Let the breath breathe the body, letting go of the Ujjayi pranayama. Relax at the pelvic floor, letting go of Mula Bandha. Let the body be heavy and dense, and allow it to just absorb itself back into the earth. Shavasana. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Stretch the right side more than the left side. Stretch the left side more than the right. Stretch both sides. And then draw the knees into the chest, give the knees a hug. And then gently roll over to the right. Just stay in there a second. You don't have to rush up. Press the left palm into the earth in front of you and lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a little meditation practice. And today we'll practice Infinity Mudra, so the dominant hand sits on top of the submissive hand and the tips of the thumbs come together and you make a little oval or a little pill shape with your hands. It stands for infinity, unending energy. And then allow the hands to rest on the lap and then close the eyes And allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but there should be breath awareness. And start to draw the senses inward, focusing the mind, but you need something to focus on. So as you inhale, silently chant yourself the mantra Om. And allow the mantra of Om to last the full duration of the inhale. And then as you exhale, chant yourself the mantra Om and allow the mantra Om to last the full duration of the exhale. Inhaling Om, exhaling Om. Inhale deeply. Exhale everything out. Inhale for the sound of Om externally. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachers and teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Don't forget, next week, we have one more weekend, and then we will start the 75-hour teacher training for 5 weeks, and that will mean that there will be a different schedule for 5 weeks. Okay, it'll be a shortened schedule because we're doing that in-house. And then there's also some events coming up in November. I know we're doing a cacao ceremony. Then also we're doing a Go Hanuman Go workshop, which is going to be about Hanumanasana, a little split, but you're also going to learn to chant the Hanuman Chalisa. So Devadas is going to be here, and he's going to do a live music class while we practice, and then he's going to spend time, about 45 minutes, teaching the Chalisa, which is actually kind of hard. I've never been able to master it. It's too many words for me. And then we're going to be doing a big New Year's Eve celebration. And there's also, I know, another sound bath with Mrs. Hoffman, who's going to come back in December, the beginning of December. So those are the kind of things we have planned for the fall. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Thank you.